What's up, everybody? I'm Matt Brody, and this is Simply Must Go, and we are finally here. We are here in Daytona at Jeep Beach. It's going to be awesome. We've got emo out here on the beach, hoods open. LS made it just fine. Lots to share about that, though, because, oh man, did it turn into a project at the last minute. Like, if it's a good thing I wasn't filming, because I'd have been angry, but it is here, it is done. It's hanging out. We got Force Motoring right here and their YJ. We were actually together yesterday on the beach. Didn't film, wanted a day just to chill. But people came by and voted. We're still got votes opening, so I don't know who's won yet, but we'll announce that at the end of the video. It's going to be an absolutely awesome time. I'm going to give you a walk around of both Jeeps, and then we'll go into the venue. We'll show you some of the parties. It's going to be an absolutely awesome time. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, yours looks so much cooler.
What do you think of it, Carlos?
This is how you properly do an LS. I'm a fan, dig it. Definitely more power than Force Motoring has.
All right, so you know I love off-road concepts, and this is their Gladiator with their new bumper on it, and that bumper looks sick. It's got the fog lights built into it now. It's got the little bull bar on here. I might have to upgrade mine, get the new one, maybe get some tabs up here to mount some lights, but that looks awesome. Love it. All right, guys, I am here with Will at Force Motoring. He's going to walk us around his YJ build, because if you're not familiar with it, you need to know what he did. It's honestly, if I have to be objective, it's pretty awesome. So I know.
I appreciate the honesty.
It's pretty awesome. It's slow as all get out, but it's awesome.
We're not in a drag race, so that's okay. He would beat me in a drag race.
Will, show us around this
All right,
thing.
let's go over here. So here is our budget YJ build. So basically what we did was we walked around the shop and we saw what parts we had laying around. So let's start with the axles, because that was the thing that was laying around the best. These are JK axles out of a Sahara. So Dana 44 rear, Dana 30 front. They are completely stock besides the re-gear that was donated by Revolution Gear and Axle. So these have 513 gears in them, which helps the 4-cylinder get this thing down the road. So then moving out to the wheels, our homies at Dirty Life hooked us up with a set of the Canyon beadlocks, and these are wrapped on a 37-inch Nitto Trail Grappler. Now, the reason we did this is because everyone that comes into our shop has a JK. 90% of the time, it's a non-Rubicon, and they want to know, can I run 37s on a Dana 30 axle? So we're going to do a break-off series of this, of is it worth upgrading the Dana 30 axle to run 37s? Because a lot of places you wheel, that's all you need. You don't need a 40. So then the steering was donated by the guys at RPM. RPM is an amazing company. Don and Michelle, they are so good. You can call up and talk to them. They're amazing. So this is actually a kit they're going to start offering that converts the YJ steering to a JK axle. So we're working with them, and we're also working with the guys at Rough Stuff to make a kit to convert these axles into any YJ will be easy for you. So that's how we did it with the rough stuff brackets, the RPM steering. Then the guys at BDS, they hooked us up. This is a 2-inch lift. So we wanted to stay low with 37s. So it's a 2-inch spring under lift, basic shock, very budget friendly. The kit is like 500 bucks. It's super cheap. Then the reason we got that to work was the Genrite Highline fenders. So these are all aluminum. As you guys know, the boys at Genrite always take care of us. So that's great. So this basically, you have to cut the hood to raise the fender up, which gives you a lot more clearance. So this is kind of like your perfect setup here with the low stance and the big tire. Up front, we made a custom front bumper built into the frame. So one of our boys at Back Bay Customs, he's got a huge laser table and a press brake. He bent up this piece of metal. We welded it in. We put some 45s in here, make it look nice. Winch bolts down, fair lead bolts up. So that's good to go. This was some random junk winch we had kicking around. We put a new solenoid in it. That was good to go, so very cheap. If we go back here, we have Genrite rocker guards. These are the steel version, so super strong. They bolt up nice. They give you a little bit of a step here with a dimple die. So those are really, really nice. Then we also have the Genrite aluminum flares out back with an aluminum corner guard. The reason we went with so much aluminum, not very budget friendly, but like Matt said before, this has only got a 4-cylinder motor, so it helps out with the power to weight ratio. Then we did a Genrite cage. And as far as budget goes, I know everyone's like, oh, that cage is expensive, but they do have sales. And this was a blem cage. They had basically too many of them in stock. So they took the ones that were beat up the most and they sold them at a big, big discount. So we just got those. We got that installed. Then we have the PRP seats. And on the PRP seats, we did custom brackets. Again, my homie Adam, he cut these out on his plasma table and has like a molly panel up front, which is really nice for storing stuff. It keeps the seat low, you know, because sometimes when you add those adapters, it makes it sit too high. We just got brand new shift knobs donated to us by a local guy here in Daytona. He saw the Jeep, loved it, went home, milled them that night, and came back. I will grab his business card, and I forget his name. His name is Chris, but I'll forget the company name, and we'll add that in. And then, yeah, we bed lined the rear. We're not running a rear bumper. We made an aluminum tailgate with our logo built into it. And then the gas door is really trick on the YJs. You know, they have the flip up license plate. So this comes out and then this unscrews and you can put your gas in there and then put it back and it sits flush. But yeah, that's pretty much it, boys.
So budget wise then, what would you say? Well, okay, what did you spend on it? And like fresh out of the box, what would someone else have to spend?
So I think if you were doing this yourself at home, and that's if you're painting it yourself, if you're doing all the fab work yourself, if you're a capable person, which like this isn't rocket science, like this isn't some crazy 4-link or anything like that. Anyone that has some skills can do this at home. If you were to do it at home, I think you could do it if you got good deals and you were smart about selling the parts that came off the Jeep, which we were, you could be around 12, 13,000. If you were paying a shop to do this, you're looking at probably 25, maybe 30,000, somewhere in there. Obviously, we got a lot of stuff donated to us, so our budget is well under 10. I'm gonna do a final budget reveal in my video of where we're at, but this is a very affordable rig, and we did a lot of stuff you don't need to do. You could do a simpler roll cage, you could do simpler seats. So this basic idea of putting JK axles, some armor, some fenders on here, and a winch, and go wheeling, that's a very simple concept, guys. So like, don't get all the shiny stuff confused. This is a very repeatable thing. And the average guy at home with a couple buddies in the shop can do this. So that's kind of where we're at with that.
Sweet. Where can people find you online?
Forcemotoring.com. We sell over 4,000 brands. We can drop ship 99% of the brands. We install parts. We also do turnkey builds, big budget builds, low-key budget builds. We're in Maine. That's where our shop is. We're also on Instagram at Force Motoring and YouTube Force Motoring. So check us out. Obviously, thank you, Matt, for setting this competition up. It's been a blast, and I want to make sure all Matt's viewers know that I was just rizzing him. We were having fun. We're buddies off camera, so it was all fun and games. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys want to see us do more stuff like this, I would love to get out wheeling with Matt with both of our YJs and really test them out. So we're going to do more stuff. Maybe I'll fly down and we'll do a roll cage in Matt's or some other cool stuff. Maybe some trick seat mounts. I don't know. We'll see what we can do.
All right, so I have to say that I do think your YJ turned out freaking awesome.
I appreciate
it looks Fantastic. But
Thank you.
I have my thought on this, but I want to
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
what's your favorite thing that you did?
Ooh, that's a good question. I do love the bumper.
I do too. That was actually going to be my favorite.
I love that because it's unique, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like, it came out of my mind onto that, and then the seat mounts, I think, would be second.
Yeah. That bumper is sweet. I haven't seen anybody do a fabbed up built-in drop. I don't even know exactly what
I guess you call it like
bumper.
a Frenched-in bumper.
Yeah,
But I think we should do one on yours.
It's pretty sweet.
It's very
pretty sweet.
repeatable, so, yeah.
Very cool. I love it. Those seat mounts too. I think those are a
Yeah,
great
I
idea.
think
Those are
I
clean.
think they're really cool. Yeah,
They're really clean.
Yeah.
So awesome job. All
Thank
right,
you,
we're
brother.
gonna go check out mine.
All right, Matt. So why don't you give us a walk around of your budget YJ build?
Okay, so this is my 1993 Jeep Wrangler YJ. It had the 2.5 in it, so it's the 4-cylinder, the same as Force Motoring had. Kind of an underpowered engine, particularly if you're going bigger tires. Like when I had 33s on it, I didn't have 5th gear anymore. So I decided to spend all of my money on doing an LS swap. And so that was the big thing that we did. We started off by taking the motor out and getting a motor out of a Chevy 2500. It's a 2005 Chevy 2500. But we, instead of just throwing it in there as is, we kind of upgraded to some hot rod parts, some Corvette parts, some Camaro parts. So we got the big intake manifold, bunch of nice parts in here. A lot of this stuff all came from Summit or through advanced adapters. So that's how we did that. The big thing that I had to deal with was upgrading the rest of the drivetrain to the 4.0. So my AX5 had to come out and get replaced by an AX15. We had to update the transfer case, which meant we also had to do a bunch of stuff under the Jeep to get that to work. So we also upgraded the rear axle to a Ford 8.8. We did custom drive shafts by Tom Woods. There's a lot of other cool stuff in here. We got a JS alternator in here that's putting out like 400 amps to power all the electronics and things like that we've got going on. And this thing creates like 430 horsepower. And it used to create what, like 110, 120 horsepower, I think, something like that. So a lot of cool stuff in here. I personally didn't do a lot of this. My brother did because he's smarter than I am. But that's what's great about doing a build like this, is finding people around you that know what they're doing and can help you out. So he was sort of the mastermind behind a lot of this and made this sort of a reality. And then on top of that, I got some new wheels and tires. So these came from Simple Tire. These are General Grabber X3s. They're 35s. Super happy with these. These things are beastly tires. Really nice, drive great. Haven't had any problem. Not a lot of road noise. Not that I could hear them anyway over the roar of this engine, which is so loud. We did have to create custom exhaust. Really awesome setup. It sounds super cool. I could have done it without other people, but I don't think this is something that is that challenging to do once you understand all the parts to it, I guess. So I had a lot of learning as I was going, but I think the biggest thing to understand is just sort of when you're doing an LS swap like this, anytime you start changing out from the factory stuff to hot rod stuff and things like that, you end up kind of Frankensteining some parts together and just understanding how that's going to impact other things and what's going to fit and what's going to not fit. But in the YJ, tons of room for the LS, lots of room in there. Anyway, super excited about it. I don't know. If you want to see all the details, I've got the whole build series. It'll link up here and you can watch all that. I am going to do a full walk around where we go in depth with a lot of this stuff more and sort of show all the heartache and all the things that we learned the hard way in doing this. So if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe. But other than that, I think the only other thing that I really did was some basic Amazon fender flares here and some Amazon seat covers to keep the budget friendly, because all of my budget was clearly blown doing the motor swap in this. But yeah, that was my build. All right, Will, so this is your first time seeing this in person. I'd love to know your opinion on my build.
I love it. I mean, the motor, not only has it been swapped, a lot of times when you see people do an LS swap, especially if it's your first time, and I know your brother's done some before, and that's a great resource to have, but it looks right. And you know, like all the grounding wiring you did, the accessories look right, everything looks good, and all the polished aluminum with the black looks killer. So I love that. I can't wait to see like the next phase of this. It seems like you already have a really nice suspension under it. And I think this thing is going to be a really, really nice rig down the road. I love the motor, and it sounds really good. I haven't ridden it, but I'm sure it goes good too. So, and it's manual, which is also cool. So I love it, dude. It looks awesome. And where do you think you're at with the budget?
I'm pretty sure I'm sneaking in just under budget. Obviously, I had some sponsors come in,
right,
and that really helped out. So,
of
like
course,
personal money, I'm nowhere near
of course,
the 10K.
Yeah, that's how we are as well.
But if I was to have, if I was to say someone was going to come and do this off the street, there are a lot of things you can do. Like this was a pull-out motor from a wrecked Chevy 2500.
Yep.
That was an easy way to get a motor. They made almost all their money back just selling parts out of that and selling the cats and things like that.
Sure.
So that motor, they got that for like $300.
Yep.
So lots of easy ways to save money on that. Doing the work yourself obviously is a huge money saver. Having to shop to do this probably would have cost a fortune.
For sure.
But yeah, I think I'm, as is, probably sitting somewhere at like 9.
Yeah.
But I have to say that I am totally stealing some of his ideas. I love the way that you did a couple things, and this project is definitely not done. They're never done.
Same. Yeah, they're never done.
But yeah, so you may see some stolen ideas show up in this in the future.
We might collaborate again. I don't know. You never know. You never know.
So, awesome, dude. This has been a lot of fun.
It's been so much
this.
fun. Yeah.
I love that people didn't quite realize that we were fake railing each other
online.
Yeah,
a lot of people jumped on it. They were like, on my team, your team, and we're going at it.
So anyway, it's been a lot of fun. Voting is still going on. We'll announce the voting at the end of the video when Jeep Beach is over and we have all the numbers in. You don't know this yet, but I'm looking at it, and as of right now, it's like 52-48 in my favor.
Oh man!
You were up a little bit for a while, and then I snuck up. So right now it's close. It's so close. And
Very close.
A couple of votes either way could sway it. So we don't know who's going to win.
It's an all go versus all show.
Right. Yeah. Lipstick on a pig versus versus pig on a lipstick. I don't know.
Awesome.
I'm gonna crank it up if you want to. All right, so check it out. You can actually get surf lessons here right on the beach. Dahlia Surf School. Just go here, sign up, get surf lessons, go out on the beach, learn to surf while you're checking out Jeeps. Since I have a General Tire hat, can I have a duck?
Sure can.
Sweet. Thank you.
Oh, hey Matt.
Hey, what's going on? I have to ask.
Yeah.
What's the smallest tire that's not a tiny tire anymore?
What do you? I think 37.
37?
37, I think.
I don't qualify for the cool shirt. I only got 35s. I'm not big enough.
You gotta have 37s for
37.
sure. 35s is like stock now. You get them stock.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. They may have me beat in the motor department at the moment. It's freaking awesome. Of course, you would be here looking at a CJ. What's up? It's AMCG Man. How are you? You doing good?
Absolutely wonderful.
He's having a blast checking out these CJs, aren't you?
You know it. Is there any other kind of Jeep to fool with?
There is one other one. There's one other one that's allowed.
Yeah.
He's laughing at me. He's like, no.
He's square.
We let him in, but
It's hip to be square, right? Or is it just square to be square?
All Jeeps all the time.
That's right. Go follow AMC Jeep Man on Instagram.
And if you're not already following Matt, you need to be following Matt.
Oh, I appreciate
Matt
that.
Brooks.
All right, guys, it is Friday. We are now in the Daytona Speedway in the vendor area. We've got Southlander here. We are hanging out with Redeemed LED, but we're going to wander around. We're going to check out some of the vendors, some of these new products that you haven't seen, at least not here, and we'll see how many cool people we can find.
Yeah, so we're American Auto Wire. We manufacture wiring harnesses for all sorts of muscle cars and trucks. We're here at Jeep Beach because we have 3 Jeep Resto Mod wiring kits. We make a complete vehicle rewire kit for a CJ. We also make one for a YJ and an XJ. These wiring kits, like the one we have displayed down here, come with a modern fuse panel and extra circuits for things you want to add on, like tie-ins to fuel injection systems, electric fans, power windows, options like that. Everything comes as a box in the kit, so you get a fuse panel, taillight sockets, marker light sockets, connections to steering columns, everything you'd want that would be brittle on the older Jeeps. It comes with the modern fuse panel, so the original, instead of the original 4 to 7 fuses, you get 18 fuses on the fuse panel. The wiring runs through a modern bulkhead connector. You also get wiring that goes through relays, wiring that plugs directly into the headlight switch. We use GXL high temp wire, which is a silicone based wire that can withstand really high engine temperatures. It's not soy based, so it won't attract the critters. And it's labeled every 5 inches as you run through. The kits come with instructions for every portion of the installation, so mounting the fuse box and then instructions for the gauges, alternator, engine, taillights, etc. And it's kind of a paint by numbers approach. There's little projects inside of the box, and you put them in one at a time.
Awesome. Where can people find you guys online?
Yeah, we go to www.americanautowire.com. You'll find us there.
Look who we found! What's going on?
Hey, Brody.
All right, so I came across Marlon and Luna from Off-Road and Chill. I'm gonna ask them, what is your favorite part of Jeep Beach?
All right, so our favorite part of Jeep Beach is the annual Spiderweb Shade Party, the Tiki Party, that takes place at the Hard Rock Hotel. Guys, you cannot miss it. If you're here, you have to go.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. You have to go.
I ran into my buddy Corey. Corey's gonna do something pretty cool. I want you, Corey, what's your favorite thing about Jeep Beach?
All right, so my favorite thing about Jeep Beach is the connections that you get to make out here and all of the awesome people that are here. So this year for my YouTube channel, I'm doing a video, Jeep Beach on a budget. So I'm doing Jeep Beach as cheap as possible. When it's all said and done, at the end of it, I should be spending less than $300 for this whole weekend. My favorite thing about Jeep Beach is just the community that we have in the Jeep groups. We all help each other, even when we're not asking for help. I told people what my goal is for my video, and it's just brought out the extreme awesomeness of our community. If you want to check out my video once it's posted, my YouTube channel is badinfluence_JKU, and shout out to Matt for letting me plug that in on his video, because he's doing a little bit better than I am on YouTube. So, but that's what I love the most about Jeep Beach.
Awesome, man. It was good running into you.
Awesome,
We'll talk
man.
to you soon. We'll see you later.
Absolutely, bud. Later.
All right, so if you are familiar with the channel and you watched any of the budget YJ build that we did, where we did the LS swap, you'll know that I have two friends, Nicole and Derek, who helped me do this. This is Nicole's YJ. This is why I had them help. Look at this beast of a thing. It is freaking awesome. If you're interested in checking this out online, go to Instagram and look at Wrangled Soul. That's their build, and it's awesome.
All right, so my name's Dan DeBose. I'm with Motobilt. We started this company back in 2012, but really made my name with YJs back at a company called Blue Torch Fab Works, starting back in about 2001. This right here is El Jefe. It's one of our most recent YJ builds. There's a lot of product that was developed on this that you guys can purchase on the website. All the way down to little things like the little fenderettes right here. This is a factory hood. So with this kit, you get the sheet metal and a little paper template that you lay up there so you know where to cut it. Some other things that were developed on this build was the cowl armor with the little micro fender piece here. This is on the website as well, also without this little fender piece. We've got both side rockers. The cage on this, unfortunately, is not available. This is a fully custom built cage that was built in the shop for this build. But moving on, during this process, we stretched the wheelbase, or stretched the body back here 15 inches to be kind of like an LJ length. So the corner armor, we have a couple different versions of this on the website for the YJ. This particular build also features our back half frame kit, which also lengthens the frame 15 inches. So it gives a lot more room, a little bit better wheelbase for some of those steep and rowdy climbs that we like to play with on this particular build. There's a lot of things happening underneath with the 4-link suspension. This one's a double triangulated setup. We also offer a single triangulated setup. Both work well, just really depends on the terrain that you're doing and what you want to accomplish with that. All right, so like more parts on the YJ build. Now, just a few days ago, this thing was completely brown. We were out on Canes Creek in Moab, and there was a huge mud hole. So I had this thing taken apart, washing mud out, so when I flip this fold down tailgate down, ignore the mud. But anyway, this is a part that you can purchase on the website, and this is an aluminum tailgate. You can jump on there, put a bunch of weight, but we use it for making sandwiches. The tank that's in here, this is an auxiliary tank to a lower fuel cell that we make. It's just with this rowdy LSXR 454, it gets like 2 miles to the gallon, so we gotta have a lot of fuel when we go to places like Moab where we're driving long distances. Now the taillights on this, we get a lot of questions about these. Can you buy the trim ring without the corners? No, you can't. The reason why, where the tail light is located, the inner fender on a factory YJ comes right across where that tail light would be. So it's not something that you could really put on there. So it's installing like this 15-inch stretch corner with our Highline inners. That would be required to do it. Also, there's a large bracket assembly on the inside to be able to hold the tail light and the Baja Designs reverse light that we have in there. So like moving on into the build, wanted the coilovers to come up through and kind of come up with a really neat way to mount the shock to kind of show it off. So we built this mount. I built it with the intention of just making it for this particular build, but when we were posting up pictures, we had a lot of people asking to purchase it. So yes, you can purchase this coilover mount on the Motobilt website. We also needed a little bit of air to move through here with this engine that we have. It builds a lot of heat, so we came up with a hood louver for this build, which also carries over into the JK, JL, and other models. But we wanted a unique look for the hood louvers, not just the standard one that you guys have seen for years. So we wanted something a little bit more unique. So check it out on Motobilt. There's a lot of different options on hood venting.
Hey, Will, His looks so much better than yours.
It does look a little bit better. I think his budget's a little bit bigger than mine, though.
All right, so I'm excited for this one because, as you know, I just put 35-inch X3 General Grabbers on the YJ, but I'm going to let them tell you why those are such awesome tires.
Hi, I'm Spencer with General Tire. We're out here at Jeep Beach. We are the official tire of Jeep Beach and one of the title sponsors. The X3 is one of our high-profile tires that a lot of Jeepers love to use. We are also, believe it or not, the official tire of Jeep Jamboree USA, Jeep Academy. We're one of the top-rated tires as far as ratings go on TireRack.com. Actually, last time I checked, we were one of 2 to get an excellent rating, and it might surprise you who doesn't get an excellent rating. And this tire has proven, especially through Jeep Jamboree USA, that it can endure just about anything. We've been with them for over 6 years, and very, very few flats in their whole fleet. We supply all the tires for their fleet. So it's the most durable one out there. It's got the 3-ply sidewall. It has a little bit thicker sidewall to it as far as the thickness of the rubber. And I don't think it would fail you. It's a good tire.
This is also an excellent chance for me to tell you that if you want to get General X3s, one of the best places you can get them is simpletire.com. Sweet, so I ran into the better Matt.
I don't know if I'd say that.
With Dirt Road Cred. Matt, what's your favorite thing about Jeep Beach?
First off, a lot of Matts around here. I'll take that compliment where I can get it, but thank you. Appreciate you stopping by. Favorite part? We're from Central PA, so the beach, the sun, and then lastly, all of our great fans and vendors that set up here. But the really cool thing is this year we brought our 41 2025 build. This thing turned out fantastic. And just all kind of the experiences people are having, just checking it out in person, that's probably been my favorite thing thus far. And then coming down, checking out all the other cool Jeeps and other YouTubers that are here, that's a great time. Now, the thing I like coming down here is we're from Central PA. It's nice, it's warm, it's sunny. We drive on the beach. We spend dumb money to go on the beach for a couple days, but we enjoy it. We get that white sand and we make the long drive home. So I appreciate you stopping by though too, man. Thank you for having me on your channel. And yeah, that's what I love about it.
So it has occurred to me that I'm kind of a horrible friend, because when I go to events, the 2 people that are like my rock whenever I'm at Jeep Beach or Smoky Mountain or Jeep Jam, I'm always hanging out with these 2, but they're never on camera because it's like I film and then I hang out with them, and then I film and then I hang out with them. So this is Julian and his fiance Victoria, 2 of my best Jeep friends in the world, 2 of my friends that I met, like 2 of the people that I really met as soon as I got a Jeep, really. Like I got a Jeep and then they were like, all right, you're my friend now, and that's how it's been. So I just wanted to introduce you to them. You can go to Fireball Off-Road on Instagram and Mini-Me JK, right? JKU on Instagram. And I'll link it, but if you want to go follow them and see more of my friends.
She's saying hi, so she was taught when she was little. She was taught to do fist bumps. Oh, she was a baby. That's all she's doing. I've had her since she was a day old. Yeah.
Nina, don't run. Don't run. You have to tell us what you've done to Wild Fox.
Obviously, it's sitting sideways, so done the new AccuAir system. Get that.
All right, so I just ran into my buddy Jackson from ORC. You know I love ORC. I got the ORC bumper. I got the light mounts on the side of Southlander. What's new for you guys? You guys have been working on some cool stuff lately.
Yeah, thanks Matt, appreciate it, man. Yeah, we got a whole line of really cool new stuff coming out. So we got an entry-level top mount winch bumper. We got our standard series, Sport Series, the Legend, the Sport Series. We got a new version of that, brand new, more customizability. And then we also got our brand new top of the line product, our Evo Sport. That is totally awesome. We partner with Baja Designs on all of our bumpers. So we got the new Sport, the new Rear Sport, the new Rear Sport Evo coming out. all that stuff has integration with factory fog lights, Baja Design Squadron fog lights, and we also got a really cool new product coming out, which is we got a GMC Chevy 2500-3500 light bar. That was going to be killer. It came out a bunch of like fog lights. We're working with Baja on that. It's going to be one of really the first like really integrated solutions for a light bar for the bumper of that truck. We're going to have rock sliders, both R-Spec Sport and Sport Evo, and biggest of all, we're coming out with Highline fenders with a couple different variants on those. So we've been getting a lot of feedback on those. Those are going to be out very soon. And yeah, we got lots of exciting stuff coming out, man.
It's going to be awesome. Where can they find you online?
Offroadconcepts.com. On Instagram, we're offroad_concepts. We're on YouTube, just search Offroad Concepts. And then also this year, we're doing a whole lot of events. So Windrock, Ulari, we're going to be out at, our next one is actually at Beasley Knob. So we got a whole bunch of really fun events. Come out, hang out with us. We're going to have, food, giveaways, all that good stuff. And yeah, it's going to be a blast this year, man. We're looking forward to the trail season. Just got kicked off at Brown Mountain, but lots of big stuff this year.
Sweet, go check it out.
It's the Matt Brody. What's up, brother?
All right, so we ran into April, aka Jeep Daisy.
Woo-hoo!
So I've been asking all my friends this. What is your favorite part of Jeep Beach?
Oh, definitely this part. But I will say, this time around I went out to Cracker Ranch and an off-road amazing obstacle course they had put together for all the Jeepers. I was covered head to toe in dust. Super fantastic time. So that was a first time experience for me with Jeep Beach. So definitely check out Cracker Ranch for next Jeep Beach if you didn't check it out this time.
Yeah, I would love to go out to Cracker Ranch, but you've also got a couple of other things going on that's pretty cool. Tell us about that.
Yes, so join us for our new podcast. It's called Women Off-Road Warriors, where we feature and spotlight crazy, fabulous women in the off-road community that are just killing it. So Chrissy joins me along with Lily, and we just dig deep and go all out. So yeah, join our podcast. Find us on YouTube, Spotify, and all your channels.
All right, guys, Jeep Beach is over, which means the voting is now closed for which YJ won the Ultimate Budget YJ contest. To be honest with you, I don't know who won yet.
I definitely don't know.
And I was looking at the results early on. You took a little bit of a lead.
Little bit.
And then I snuck back, and it bounced like 55 to 45 back and forth the entire weekend.
Okay.
And I imagine that there was a lot of voting happening at the last second. But we're gonna find out the results live here. Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
With a total of 812 votes.
Oh, that's a lot.
It's 812 votes. That's a lot of votes.
A lot of votes.
63.3 to 36.7 Force Motoring came out the winner. You guys, it was an awesome competition. I'm glad you guys won. It looks sick.
Thank you, sir.
Good job, man.
It was
no
fun.
hard feelings.
It was fun. We're gonna have to do it again.
We will.
We'll do something again. Yeah,
but
yeah. But that was fun. Thank you guys. Whoever voted, I don't know who you are. I don't know if there were bots in India, but we appreciate you so much.
They bought votes, is what he's trying to say.
No, we're on a budget, Matt. It's a budget build.
You didn't follow any kind of budget on that whatsoever. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, man.
No, it was a lot of fun, guys. Go follow Force Motoring. Watch their stuff. They do a lot of awesome builds. If you're not familiar with them, go follow Force Motoring on YouTube and on Instagram.
Yes, sir. And we have a website as well. So if you guys need parts, we drop ship as well.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Check them out.
Thank you, Matt.
Yep, man.
See you, buddy.
Good luck.
Yeah,
or not
we'll
good
see
luck, but good job.
Yeah.
Good luck. No, good luck driving home.
Good luck driving home. Yeah.
They had some trouble getting here.
We had some hiccups.
All right, guys.
See ya.
Hey, Brody.
Hey, hey. So this is what a real YJ is supposed to look like, right?
I thought that until last week.
All right, guys, we are going to end this video with a little square hangout. Hang out in the parking lot with a bunch of other YJs and XJs. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. I also want to give another huge shout out to the sponsors of Project Emo's build, Simple Tire and General Tire, Tom Woods Drive Shafts, JS Alternator, and Jeep Cables. Awesome companies. Go check them out. Until next time, God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.